pxlpush.
Hey there Ribbon Relay, Cash from pxlpush.net. Here's an overview of how I turned this cow into confetti. Let's get started. Firstly, grab a 3D model and plop it in our scene. To split this model into thin ribbons, we are going to be using a Voronoi fracture object. But before we do that, we need something to drive the fracture. Enter the matrix object. Let's increase the count of the cubes here. We can change the size of all the cubes in the transform tab. And this looks about right. Alright, let's rotate this tower on its side. Make sure the number of cubes extend all the way to the ends of the model. Now, for the fun part, let's hit Shift C and search for a Voronoi fracture object. Let's drop the cow in there. Let's delete the point generator in the Voronoi source tab and replace it with our matrix object. Well done. The cool part about this is that this entire setup is still completely editable. You can go back to your matrix object and fiddle around with the settings. Play around and make the cubes bigger or smaller. Increase the count and play with the distance of the matrix object. For a twist, try rotating the entire matrix object and you might just see something cool happen. For our purposes though, this is completely fine. To accentuate the ribbon strip, let's drop back into the fracture object, and in the object tab, let's increase the offset fragments. This increases the gap between the strips. Now we can add effectors on top of this. To make the ribbons float away, I used the push apart effector with a linear field at the end of the 3D model. I also added a little step effector and a random effector to vary the size and positions of the ribbon even more. If you realize this entire thing does animate as well, so you can try playing with some of the animation keyframes to see what might happen. And really that's about it. Add in your materials, turn on the lights and render away. Let me know if you have any questions. On a side note, I'm really wondering if there's a way to make this one single editable ribbon instead of having all these pieces floating around. Let me know if you guys have some ideas. Other than that, you can catch me at pxlpush on Instagram for my latest renders. I've been Cash, and I'll see ya on the next one.
pxlpush.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it. And I hope you're not lactose intolerant because the second half of that word is dairy.